Welcome to part 47 of Persona 5 Royal. I think now would be a good time for us to continue the Confidant rank. And by the way, I was checking to see if there was a quiz on TV just in case. But let's go on ahead and continue the Confidant rank for Kawakami. And for the record, there was supposed to be a cutscene that was infamous for being changed, but that's not until next part. I jumped the gun. What is going to happen, however, is the fact that Yusuke's Confidant rank is being unlocked in this part. So we might as well just be ready for that. Because that'll be more people we're going to have high maintenance for. But at least with Yusuke, it would be easier for him because for the time being I do have the proficiency. Now if I didn't, I would have to, go to the batting cages. Anyway, the first option for that group of choice is what you want to choose. So, on that note, she's finally opening up as to why she needed the money to continue her maid job. Turns out she had another student she was tutoring before. His name was Takashi, but unfortunately he ended up getting into a car crash and dying. And what's worse, Takase, sorry. And what's worse, the parents is blaming her for the death of the kid. And by the way, that is the option you need to choose, just in case you're wondering. And because she's being blamed for the death of the kid, she's moonlighting as a maid to collect enough money so that way all she has to do is pay them back. But these asshole parents of Takashi's, or should I say adopted parents, because his real parents were dead, constantly, and I repeat constantly, up the interest in debt so that they could keep spending money. So basically, Takashi's guardians are assholes. That's the gist of what's going on. And it is taking its toll on Kawakami, not only as a teacher, but also health-wise in general. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, just do whatever you can to try to keep her happy. And by her, I mean Kawakami. And I've already showed you the impactful answers, and now we've got more free time. So that way, you can now ditch other classes as opposed to just ditching Kawakami's. There's certain days where Kawakami will actually call you out of the class. Well, actually, call the teacher out of class, so you'll be able to actually read up, make some infiltration tools, or for the most part, sleep. It doesn't matter what you do at that time, so long as you get it done before the teacher comes back. So, on that note, you happen to see that Kawakami is coughing because, yeah, her lack of sleep and also her being ran being ran around the store is basically what is causing her to get, well, actually running around trying to make ends meet is basically what's causing her to get sick. And by the way, the last option for the callback after the Confidant rank is what will increase her rank. So now we are pretty much set for rank 6. And by God, once we get to that rank, that would be great. Oh, right, I should mention this. In Persona 5 Vanilla, this was a speaking role. They omitted the voices in this game. Why? Oh, right. I forgot. They changed voice actors in Royal. That's the other thing. People may not understand, but there are certain voice actors that used to be a part of the cast, but they changed a good number of cast members. And I think Sae and Makoto were the two that got changed. Another one being Oya, because Oya was in fact voiced by Wendy Lee. But due to the whole Pen incident, Wendy Lee ended up not returning for the reprise her role in Persona 5 Royal as Oya. So somebody else voiced over all of her roles, which is why she sounds different. But yeah, Wendy Lee sounded like a drunk Yukiko. So you really couldn't tell the difference when it came down to Oya and Yukiko. But yeah, all of these cutscene clips here was all voiced. And that is all that needs to be said. Also, it does hurt that the fact that Ren is not originally under the guardianship of Sai and instead is in the guardianship of Sojiro, because it makes much more sense as to why Makoto is stalking him as opposed to when they were she's doing this under the principal's guidance, or at least antagonistic.
Nijima-senpai, aren't you going to help me? You said you would keep it a secret, but rumors have started getting out. Wait, you didn't leak that information, did you?
Calm down. They're still targeting you?
Even that delinquent found out. He might try and threaten me too. Why is this happening to me? I can't afford to keep paying.
I found some clues regarding your incident. I just need you to wait a bit longer.
You're really gonna help? Everyone thinks you're just doing it for a letter of recommendation.
That is not true. My goal here is to protect the students of this school.
Please, please hurry.
Now, the reason I feel that Ren being under the guardianship of Sae would have been much more impactful, because again, Makoto not only has a strange man living in the house with her and her sister, but also a strange man who is a criminal. So she's trying to literally keep an eye out on this guy so that the first sign of trouble she can report back to her sister and send them straight back to jail just like that. Until she realized that the criminal record that was put on Joker was unfairly put upon him. And she will only find that out way later in the game. In fact, around this time when she is a part of the Phantom Thieves, or eventually a part of the Phantom Thieves. And by the way, we just got a Mementos mission not too long ago, and now we are going to go meet up with Yusuke, and this is going to be kickstarting Yusuke's Confidant rank. And it's a good thing we're doing this, because Yusuke's Confidant rank, I gotta say, again, is one of the best Confidant ranks in the game. Plain and simple. And it's definitely the key for you to beat, or at least complete strength. So yeah, if you want anyone's Confidant rank to be maxed out, his would be one of them. So on that note, just have him to paint Mementos. He's going to hint towards it anyway. Okay. And we'll just go straight to Mementos. Well, the thing is about Yusuke's Confidant rank, it is absolutely an understandable moment about an artist going into a rut because something in his life has caused him to go into a rut, and at the exact same time, hilarity ensues when he's trying to get out of that rut But at the exact same time, there are some serious moments. But Yusuke's eccentric nature, I bit my tongue, pretty much caused some goofy and outlandish moments. You're about to see one of them right now as he is drawing Mementos, and they are sitting still in the middle of Mementos just enough for something bad to show up and try to kill them. Oh, by the way, this was a segment in the manga where Yusuke was drawing Mementos, but instead of a random enemy popping up, it was the freaking Reaper. And he was like, oh, just hold that pose right there. I just gotta draw this right quick. And then the Reaper had the gun literally at Yosuke's head. Joker is just trying to run away with him. And he's still baiting while they were running. The shit's hilarious. Now here, it's just the slime showing up. Oh yeah, and by the way, the Reaper does also show up in the anime too. Just thought I'd point that out to you. Anyway, this is not a problem. And while the enemies are weak, for some reason, I got absolutely lucky in this battle. Cause what you're about to see rarely freaking happens. Not only did Yusuke manage to score a critical hit, but also, bear witness to this. All of the enemies got frozen at the exact same time. That is a rarity to happen. Even more so, the fact that these guys didn't get automatically dizzy. And what's worse, it happened again. This never happens in this fight. Not at all. I would at least be trying to spam win and finishing them off with the all-out attack, but still, this works just fine because we won this battle. But yeah, this is a rarity in and of itself. And we got experience points for that? Fan-freaking-tastic!
It seems I've become too passionate. I'm glad you were here. You have my thanks. You're like Theo. I was referring to Van Gogh's brother, Theo. Van Gogh did not achieve fame in his lifetime, but found an admirer and supporter in his brother. Well, there aren't many who are willing to deal with my eccentricity. By the way, what's in your hand? A card? Whenever I see blank paper, I have the urge to draw something on it. May I? Impossible. Good. What? A satisfactory result. Well, what do you think? Not bad, wouldn't you say? Soon enough, my slump will be a thing of... My picture turned into a real skill card? Indeed. Would you mind helping me further? If I can overcome this slump, I should be able to aid our group like earlier. Perhaps even more so. I know. Why don't we act as the thieves we are and strike a deal? It's a deal then.
Multiple cards were discovered among your belongings, replicas of the same design. I don't have a clue how these cards were used, but someone proficient in the arts was close to you. What were you having this person do?
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Emperor persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
And now we have the Emperor Confidant rank. From here on in, we can now duplicate skill cards. However, if you're playing Persona 5 Original, you can only duplicate a skill card once. And even then, it will take you 2 days, even if you rank at level 7, to have a card completely duplicated, as opposed to Persona 5 Royal, which, by the way, improved Yusuke's Confidant rank abilities incredibly. And now, you can actually have him to duplicate any and all skill cards you have, so long as you got blank cards in your possession. That includes DLC cards. All the more reason I told you, make sure you make this guy go to rank 7 before anything else, or max him out, because goddamn, he is one of the best Confidant ranks. And one of them will make things even easier. This guy is also available on rainy days and nights, and on top of the fact he's always available daytime unless the story prohibits him from being available. The only downside is rank 6 is locked behind level 4 proficiency, and up until rank 7 you gotta wait 3 days in order to duplicate. That's it.
You've done enough for today. I've completed a rough sketch. I'll finish this back at the dorm. I'll contact you once it's done.
Whenever you want to talk to Yusuke, Yusuke will always be available in the Shibuya Underground Mall. And he will talk about people watching. Yes, people watching. It's weird, but that's exactly what he calls it. So, with that said, from rank 2 onwards, you're going to need an Emperor persona. And thankfully I already have one, so we're good on that note.
The Crossroads Bar. This is from that journalist, right? She wants to meet you there now? Looks like this Crossroads place is in Shinjuku. A meetup in Shinjuku. That's the spirit. Try not to freak out just because Shinjuku's the nightlife district, okay? You should send everyone a message and let them know what you're up to. Wait, are you gonna go in your school uniform? You're in your uniform?
Huh? No choice. I didn't have the time to go home. People aren't gonna notice anyways with this t-shirt over it. Oh, you think so? I thought this is normal.
I'm surprised you were thinking anything. Look, it won't be my fault when the cops catch you.
Don't worry about it. That place ain't so different from Shibuya. Come on, I'll guide you. If we're going to Shinjuku, we should probably hop on the JL. Just get out of this building, and then the ticket gate should be on the right. It's go time.
Is this really going to be okay?
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end it here. And in the next episode, now we're going to go to the part that has been ruined and altered courtesy of Reset Era. And yeah, we're also going to meet Oya too. This is RVMan985. Peace out and take care.